class. So we're going to start today's class in a comfortable seated position, either with your legs crossed or come to kneeling. From there, just bring the palms of your hands onto your knees and close over your eyes. Start to connect to the body, rooting down through the sit bones, scanning over the body. How is your body feeling today? Consciously relax your shoulders away from your ears and release your jaw. As you arrive here onto your mat. From there, bring your attention to your breath. How are you breathing today? Where in your body are you breathing? Consciously start to take some deeper inhales and exhales through the nose. Start to fill the stomach and the lungs. And then when you exhale, let all the air out of your body. Inhale, filling the body. And exhaling all the stale air out of the body. Continuing to consciously focus on your breath. Maybe engaging your Ujjayi breath, the soft, oceanic breath at the back of the mouth. Deep inhales and exhales. And the next time you exhale, just exhale a little bit deeper. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3. And exhale for 1, 2, 3. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. And exhaling 1, 2, 3. Inhaling 1, 2, 3. Exhaling 1, 2, 3. Continuing now to your own breath, taking your deep inhales and exhales, still counting of your head if that's helpful. Breathing deeply into the body. And then from there, bring your hands to your heart center. And just set yourself an intention for today. It can be absolutely anything, just something for you. Maybe something for your practice, something for your body. Just set yourself whatever intention you need. Start to rub your hands together as fast as you can, creating as much heat as possible. And then open your hands like a book in front of your face. Inhale. And exhale, blink the eyes open and bring your hands back down to your heart center. Amazing. From there, taking your right fingertips onto the ground, bring your left hand over and take hold of your right ear. From there, inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, send that left ear down the left shoulder, stretching out the neck. Breathing deeply into the stretch. And then from there, walk the fingertips round and find the corner of your skull and take your gaze underneath your left armpit. So we're stretching out the trapezius muscles here. Inhale, and then exhale, releasing the head back to center. Bringing the left fingertips onto the mat this time, the right hand over the head, taking hold of the left ear. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, lower the right ear down to the shoulder. Inhale, and exhale, relax the shoulders down. Crawling the fingers round, finding the corner of your skull. Inhale and exhale, take your gaze underneath your right armpit. Inhale, and then exhale, releasing the head all the way back to center. From there, bringing the hands onto the shoulders, fingertips facing forward, thumbs facing back. We inhale, take the elbows all the way up and round, creating a big circle. Inhaling up, exhaling round. All the way, getting out all those cracks and creaks into the shoulders. And then let's go in the opposite direction, rotating into the joint. And then let's go back just a couple of times. Amazing. From there, just lowering the hands down onto the mat. Inhale, bringing your hands to a cactus arm, so you're bringing the elbows in line with the shoulders. Inhale, raise the chest forward, your gaze is high. And exhale, bring in the energy, arch around your spine, your fingertips will touch. Inhale, arching, your chest is forward, your gaze is high. And exhale, draw back and draw your hands forward, fingertips touch. Inhale, raising the gaze, arching the back. And exhale, rounding round. Inhale, looking up. And exhale to round. Continuing now with your own breath. Breathing deeply into this as we start to wake up the spine, wake up the shoulders, move into our bodies. And the next time you've done it equally on both sides, just returning back to your cactus arms with your neutral spine. Inhale, raise the arms up, the palms will touch. And exhale, send the right hand across the body onto the left knee. The left hand comes all the way behind you into your second spine. You're coming onto your fingertips, so just turn around and show you. So we inhale, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, take your gaze over that back shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale to twist. Inhale, and then exhale, come all the way back to center, bringing your hands to your cactus arms. Inhale. And then exhale, raise the arms up, palms will touch. Taking the left hand across the body this time, the right hand goes behind you onto your fingertips, creating your second spine. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, take your gaze around your shoulder. Twisting out the body, we inhale, and exhale to twist. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale, returning all the way back to center. From here, two options. Option number one, to roll over your knees and come into your tabletop position that way. Or option number two is to take your feet out to one side and roll over your knees that way. Wherever you go, coming into your tabletop position. Making sure here that your wrists are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips, creating a really strong foundation. Inhale, draw the chest forward, tilt the tailbone and take your gaze high. Exhale, tuck the tailbone underneath, your gaze inside, rounding through the spine. Inhale, draw the chest forward, tilt your tailbone, take your gaze up. And exhale, round through the spine, tucking the tailbone underneath, gaze inside. Inhale, drawing the chest forward, your gaze is up. And exhale, tucking the tailbone, your gaze inside. Continuing now with your cats and your cows with your own breath, moving through the body, maybe closing over the eyes. Really engaging the breath to movement here. I invite you now to maybe deepen these stretches by waving forward, bending your elbows, maybe waving back and sending your hips down to your feet. Waving through the spine. You may want to do a small figure of 8 movement here, twisting into the body. Just really breathe and close your eyes and feel into what your spine needs right now. Moving up and down, releasing the back. And then finding stillness, coming back into our neutral spine, our neutral tabletop position. From there, tuck both your toes underneath. Inhale and exhale, hover the knees above the mat. Engaging the core, and we're holding. Hold. Inhale. And then exhale, start to push into the hands, send the hips high, keeping a bent knee into our downward facing dog. From there, starting to pedal out the feet, creating some movement. You might want to inhale, come onto your toes, and exhale, send the heels down. Whatever feels good to you. Maybe moving the hips from side to side. And then finding stillness for a moment. Taking your gaze forward and just tiptoe your feet all the way to the top of the mat, making sure they're hip distance apart. Bend the knees as much as you need to and just hang over your legs, making sure that your stomach is connected to your thighs. And then from there, taking hold of opposite elbow into a ragdoll position and just rock your torso from side to side, moving the body. And then from there, releasing the hands down onto the mat, bending the knees and start to roll up the spine one little bit at a time. The shoulders and the head will come last. Breathing and exhaling as we come all the way up into our Tadasana. Lovely. From there, making sure you're at the front of your mat, your feet are hip distance apart, hands by your side, and just close over your eyes for a moment. Inhale and exhaling deeply. Start to wave your weight towards your toes. Send your weight to the right, send it back into your heels, send it to the left, to your toes, to the right, to your heels, making really big circles throughout the foot, going all the way around, and then start to make your circles smaller and smaller as you start to wave into your centre of gravity. From there, blinking your eyes open and bringing your hands back to your cactus arms. Inhale, draw the chest forward, arch the back, gaze is high. And exhale, round through the spine, fingertips touch. Inhale, raise the chest. And exhale, round, gathering the energy. Inhale to raise. Exhale to round. Inhale to raise, and this time, open your arms, bend your knees and start to hinge from your hips. Swan dive all the way down to the mat. Inhale to halfway lift, so bring your hands onto your shins, your gaze is forward, back is flat. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, step the right foot back, lower the knee, coming into your box lunge, bringing your hands to your cactus arms. Inhale, draw the chest forward, the gaze is high. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, drawing the chest up. Exhale to round. Inhale, coming back to your neutral spine with your cactus arms. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, take your right elbow across the body, hooking onto the outside of the left knee, pushing into the hands, into your twist. So from here, really thinking about lifting the body, rotating the chest. Option to stay here, or option to bind the hands around the leg, maybe taking hold of the hands. Again, thinking about lifting the chest off the leg. Inhale and exhale. Option here too to tuck the back toe and come into your high lunge. Inhaling and exhaling, rotating the chest. Inhale and exhale, lower the knee if you've lifted it. Take your hands to the outside of your left foot and start to walk your fingertips around. As you do so, the knees will start to move, and we want to land with our knees on top of each other. From there, start to send your bottom all the way down in between your legs into our cow face legs. If this is too much for you, stretch that right leg out in front of you and just have that left leg bent over. Whatever feels good for you and your body. From there, inhale, reach the right hand up and down your back. And exhale, reach the left hand around and see if you can take hold of your fingertips. If not, maybe take hold of your clothing. If this is not possible for you, take that left hand across onto the right elbow. Whatever feels good for you. Breathing deeply into this stretch, into the glutes. It's quite an intense stretch this into the hips, so breathing into places of tension and breathing out. Inhale, releasing the hands, taking your hands to frame your front foot at the front of the mat. Flex the feet as much as you can, unraveling, tucking that back toe and stepping back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, press through the hands. And exhale, taking the hips a little bit higher. From there, taking your gaze in between your hands and just step your right foot in between your hands. Lower your left knee. Inhale, bringing your hands to your cactus arms. And exhale, framing that front foot. Tucking the back toes and stepping back to the front of the mat into your halfway lift. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, flat back, coming all the way up to the top of your mat. Palms will touch. And exhale, draw the hands back to your cactus arms. Inhale, raise the chest forward, gaze is high. Exhale, arch through the spine, fingertips touch. Inhale, raising the chest, the gaze is high. Exhale to round it round. Inhale to raise the chest, this time open the arms, hinge from the hips, bend the knees, coming all the way down into your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, fingertips on the mat or on your shins, and exhale to forward fold. From there, stepping the left foot back, lower the knee, and inhale, coming all the way up into your box lunge. Inhale, draw the chest forward, gaze is high. Exhale, rounding it round, fingertip touch. Inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale to round. Inhale, lifting that chest high. Exhale to round. Inhale, coming back to your neutral spine, to your cactus arms. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, taking the left elbow across the body this time. Pressing into the hands, twisting the body. We're really thinking about lifting the chest here, grounding down through the feet. Option to stay here, or option to bind the hands around the leg. Taking hold of the fingertips. Inhale, lifting the chest. And exhale, rotating that shoulder. Option to stay here, or option to tuck that back toe, coming into your high lunge. Finding your balance. Breathing into the posture. If you've lifted the leg, lowering it back down into your lunge. And then from there, taking your fingertips round to the side of your right foot. And just start to walk them around to the middle and let your knees start to move with them, falling on top of each other. From there, sending your bum down onto the mat. Again, option to lengthen out through that left leg, if that feels good for you today. From there, reaching the left arm all the way up and reaching down your back. Joining the right arm behind you, maybe the fingertips will touch, maybe you take hold of your clothing, or maybe you reach over and just take hold of the left elbow. Wherever you are, breathing deeply into the posture. Inhale and exhale. Breathing into the hips, into the intense stretch. Letting it all go. From there, releasing the hands and take them so that they frame the front foot towards the front of the mat. Flex the feet, tuck the back toes, and step yourself back into your downward facing dog. Inhale and exhaling, send the hips high. From there, taking your gaze forward, stepping your left foot forward, lowering the knee. Inhale, bring your hands to your cactus arms. Exhale, framing that front foot, tucking the back toe. Stepping back to your halfway lift so your back is flat, your gaze is up. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, coming all the way up, your palms will touch. And exhale, taking your hands down onto your side. Inhale, and sigh out through the mouth. One more time, inhale. And then sigh it out. From there, inhale, raise the arms all the way up, palms will touch. And exhale, swan dive, bend from the knee, hinge from the hips. Back is flat, coming all the way down, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. From there, pressing into the hands and stepping the feet back into a high lunge. So making sure we're in one straight line here. We're strong, we're pressing through the hands, we're engaging the muscles. Inhale, wave the weight forward a little bit. Lower the knees, bend from the elbows, and come down to the mat in one straight line. Inhale, press through the hands, and start to roll the shoulders back, peeling the body off the mat, keeping the elbows tucked in, cobra. Exhale, come all the way down, and then push yourself back into your downward facing dog. From there, stepping the feet together, inhale, raise the right leg all the way up, bend into the knee, And start to take that foot round to the left hand side, your scorpion tail. Option to stay here, option to flip your dog. Going into wild thing, have a play. See how it feels for you today. If you come into wild thing, flipping yourself all the way back up into your three-legged dog. Flexing that foot, take your gaze forward, bend into the knee and sweep the knee all the way through the body, sending the right foot in between your hands. Rotating the left foot, making sure that the right heel is in line with the left instep. Inhale, and then exhale, wave your hands up to shoulder height. Warrior two, your gaze is over your front finger. Inhale, and exhale, feeling the strength through your feet into your warrior. Inhale, and exhale, rotate that front palm and send the arm all the way over the head. Reverse warrior, stretching out through the body. Inhale, and then exhale, returning to your warrior two. From there, bending into your right arm and take your elbow onto your right knee, bringing your left arm all the way up and over the body, reaching out through the fingertips. Option to stay here, option to lower that right hand down onto the foot, or onto the floor, or onto a block, whatever feels good for you in your body today. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips, and exhale, rotate through the chest. Inhale, and then exhale, coming all the way back up to your warrior two position. From there, windmilling the hands, framing the front foot, and stepping all the way back into your plank. Option to take knees and lower down, or option, if you've got it in your practice, to take a chaturanga. So from there, waving the weight forward, either lowering the knees, taking your chaturanga, coming all the way down, pressing into cobra or up dog, and then pressing up into your downward facing dog. Inhale, and then exhale deeply. From there, stepping your feet together again. Inhale, raising the left leg all the way up this time. Bending into the knee and sending that foot over to the side, twisting round into your scorpion tail. Again, option to stay here, or option to flip your dog over and try wild thing. Give it a go, have a play. If you've come into wild thing, let's flip all the way back over into our three-legged dog. From there, bending into the left knee, taking your gaze forward in between your hands, and start to bring your knee across your body, flexing into the foot and aiming the foot in between the hands. Rotating the right foot so it comes parallel to the back of the mat, making sure that your left heel is in line with your right instep. Inhale and exhale, windmill the hands all the way up into our warrior two position. Really engaging through all parts of the body here. So our arms are at shoulder height. We're even like stretching through our fingertips. Your gaze is up over the front finger. Feeling the strength in our warrior. Inhale. And then exhale, rotate the left palm. Take it all the way over the head. The back hand comes onto the leg. Inhale, lengthen through the fingertips. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, and then exhale back to your warrior two position. Bending into that front arm, sending the elbow down onto the knee, and taking the left hand all the way over your head. Inhale to reach through the fingertips, and exhale, rotate the shoulder back, opening the chest. Again, option to stay here, or maybe lower the hand onto the foot, or onto the floor, whatever feels good in your body. Inhale, reach through the fingertips, and exhale, rotate the shoulder. Inhale, and then exhale, coming all the way back into your warrior two position. Windmill your hands, framing that front foot, tucking the back toe, and stepping back into your downward facing dog. From there, lowering your knees, taking them that distance apart, and sink your hips down to your heels, your forehead to the ground, into your child's pose. Let's inhale here together, and then sigh it out through the mouth. Again, inhale, and then sigh it out. One more inhale, and then let it go. Closing the mouth and just engaging back into your breath. Inhaling and exhaling deeply through the nose. there, start to walk the hands all the way up, bringing the knees in together so that they become hip distance apart. From there, coming all the way up onto the knees, bringing your hands onto your waist. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, start to send your hips forward, arch through the back. Your chest is high, coming into the beginning of camel. So just pausing here for a moment. Our chin is tucked. Inhale, and then exhale, start to bring the chest up, unravel the spine, and take the hips down onto the heels, bringing your hands into your lap. Breathing into the spine, how's it feeling? Does your body feel any different? So coming back onto your knees, taking your hands onto your hips again and tucking your toes. From there, so there's an option here to stay with the variation that I've just shown you, or this is variation 2. So we inhale, roll the shoulders back, start to arch through the spine, lifting the chest. Start to send the hips forward, pressing forward. And then from there, you may want to try lowering your hands onto your heels. And then if you've got that, you may want to start to take your gaze back if it feels good for you. Really ensuring that we're pressing through the hips. Inhale. Then exhale, tucking the chin back into the chest. Bringing the hands onto the hips, unraveling the spine, untucking the toes, and sending the hips back down to the heels. Realigning our spine. Again, bringing your hands into your lap, maybe closing over your eyes. And feel into the body and into the spine. How do you feel? Blinking your eyes open and coming all the way back onto your knees. So we're going to do one more. You've got the two options already. So you've got the one where you just go back and don't touch your heels. You can tuck your toes, or we can keep our feet flat onto the mat. Let's start together. So bringing your hands onto your hips. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, take your gaze high and start to open through the chest. Exhale, sending your hips forward, arching through the spine, really making sure we're not dumping here. We're really strong throughout our legs. And then from there, start to take your hands down, finding your heels. Inhale and exhale, maybe taking your head back. So really pressing through the hips, pushing up through the chest. Inhale and exhale, drawing the chin back to the chest, unraveling the spine, coming out the same way we went in, taking your hips down to your heels. And pausing here, maybe bringing your hands onto your lap, closing over your eyes. Feeling into the spine, feeling the realignment. Breathing into the body. And then blinking your eyes open, just taking your feet out to one side and coming to sitting onto your buttock. And then from there, blinking your eyes open, taking your feet over to one side, come to sit on your bum and bring the soles of the feet onto the mat. From there, lengthen out the left leg and bring the right sole of the foot to the inside of the left thigh. Option here, if you've got a strap, if you've got one at home or something similar, this might be quite useful here. But we're all going to start by bending our knee. And you want to bring your stomach towards the thigh. So we're going to inhale, raise the arms up, twist towards the left leg, and exhale, start to fold from the hips. Ensuring you've got a straight spine and maybe bringing the hands onto the foot, the elbows will wing out. Option here to take hold of the strap around that foot so that we can start to shift it out forward, but our elbows still stay up, our back is flat. Maybe if it's in your body, you can lengthen out the full leg, still taking hold of the foot, or maybe the shin or the ankle. We inhale to lengthen and exhale, folding from the hips, keeping our spine long, keeping our elbows up. Inhale to lengthen and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Inhale and exhale to fold. Inhale, raising the arms all the way up, taking the left hand across the body onto the right knee. The right hand comes behind you. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, twisting round, gazing over the back shoulder. Inhale, and exhale, twist a little bit deeper. Inhale, and exhale, come all the way through center. Taking the right foot across the right leg, the sole of the foot meets the ground. Option to stay here, or option to take that the left leg, all the way behind you. We inhale, raise the left arm up. Exhale, bend into the arm, making that cactus arm, that stop sign, and hook it over the right leg. And start to rotate all the way around, taking your right arm behind you, creating that second spine again. We inhale to lengthen, and exhale, twisting from the body. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale, releasing all the way around. Unravel the legs and maybe give them a little shake. From there, bending into the left leg this time, the sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh. Either bending into that leg, taking hold of your strap, whatever you did before, really trying to making sure that this posture is about keeping the back straight. It's not about keeping that leg straight. But we inhale, raise our arms up, and exhale, twist towards the right leg, and start to hinge from the hips, making sure that we've got that stomach to thigh connection. And we may reach down towards the foot or the thigh, taking hold of our strap, maybe inching that heel out. We inhale to lengthen, and exhale to fold, winging out the elbows. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, folding over. Breathing into the posture, into the stretch, making sure we're not straining our back or hurting our back. And if we are, just bend our leg a little bit. You'll still get exactly the same benefits. Inhale, and exhale, raise the arms over the head, taking the right arm across the body onto the left knee. The left hand comes behind us. We inhale to lengthen, and exhale, taking our twist, looking over our back shoulder. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and then exhale, releasing, coming all the way back through center. Taking the left leg over the right leg, the sole of the foot reaches the mat. Option to stay here, or option to bend into that right leg, taking it behind you. Inhale, raise the right arm up, cactus the arm into our stop sign, and take the elbow across the body, hooking it onto the left knee. Taking the other hand behind you into our second spine, we inhale to lengthen, and exhale, twist from the body, taking your gaze over your back shoulder. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, and exhale, release, coming all the way back through center. Taking the soles of the feet onto the mat, you may want to shuffle forwards a little bit. Bringing your hands underneath your knees, inhale, raising the chest, and exhale, start to melt the spine down. Coming all the way down, onto the mat. Walking the soles of the feet in, and just pausing here for a moment, acknowledging that you're now lying down. And then from there, lifting the legs so the knees come towards you, bringing your hands onto your thighs, and just draw your knees towards your armpits, flexing into the feet, coming into happy baby. Option to stay here, option to reach up, maybe taking hold of the ankles or the outer blade of the feet, whatever feels good for you. Maybe taking some gentle rocks from side to side, lengthening out one leg, lengthening out the other leg. Doing whatever you need to do in this posture, whatever feels good, maybe closing over the eyes. And whenever you've finished making whatever movements, just finding stillness for a moment. And then draw the knees towards each other and towards the chest, wrapping the arms around the legs. Inhale and exhale, lift the forehead towards the knee, giving yourself a really big hug. Maybe taking some circles and some rocks again, massaging out the spine. Inhale, and then exhale, lower the soles of the feet onto the mat, bringing your hands to a T position. From there, pressing into the feet and just shift your hips over to the left-hand side and lower your knees down to the right. Take your gaze over your left arm, coming into your supine twist. Starting to relax the body. Breathing into the twist. Inhale, and then exhale, bringing the knees all the way back through center, planting the feet, realigning the hips just for a moment, and then pressing into the feet and shifting your hips over to the right hand side, and letting the knees fall over to the left, the gaze is over the right. Again, breathing deeply into the twist. Letting your body acknowledge that you're coming into the final part of your class. Inhale, and then exhale, moving your legs through center, planting your feet and just realign your spine. From there, lengthen out your right leg to mat distance, and then lengthen out your left leg. Bring your hands maybe a little bit closer to your body, roll your shoulders underneath, coming into your final posture, Shavasana. Taking your awareness to your feet, relaxing your feet onto the mat. Bringing your awareness up your legs, into your hips. Just let all the muscles in your legs and your hips melt into the mat. Coming up the body, relaxing the stomach, relaxing the chest, letting the shoulders melt deeply into the mat. Relaxing the right arm and the right fingers. Relaxing the left arm and the left fingers. Releasing the jaw, releasing the face. And just let your whole body relax deeply onto the mat. Stretch your arms over your head, point through your fingertips, point through your toes. Inhale, and then exhale through the mouth, releasing the body. And then whenever you're ready, rolling over to whichever side feels more comfortable for you, and just pausing there for a moment. And then using the hand on top, pressing yourself up to a comfortable seated position. Bringing your hands to your heart center. Choosing something today to be grateful for. Start to rub your hands together as fast as you can, creating as much heat as possible. And then open your hands like a book in front of your face. Inhale and exhale, blinking your eyes open, bringing your hands back to your heart center. Thank you all so much.